y'all think has the worst jerseys in the NFL? I'm not going to lie. That thing that the Steelers were wearing this week, take it out of the locker room and burn it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Week 9 Power Scale. You know what it is. We got our top 10 teams entering Week 9. Comment your top 10 down in the comments. Like and subscribe. We are going to jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. At number 10, we have the Green Bay Packers. A neat little fact for you. Bart Starr, for those youngins that don't know who that is, Green Bay quarterback back in the day, 27 years old when he won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, 27 years old when he won a Super Bowl. I kind of skipped a guy between those two. Brett Favre, 27 years old when he won a Super Bowl. Who turns 27? It's either this month or this year or this next month. It's sometime within the next few weeks. Jordan Love turns 27. This is a very young team. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the youngest team in the NFL. I still have concerns about the defense. The pass rush looking absolutely immaculate, ladies and gentlemen. The secondary, it can get exposed at times. The wide receiver room, I do have a problem with. Tucker Kraft, absolute dog on National Tight End Week. Round of applause. I think he got in the end zone twice. Had over 100 yards, something like that. Was putting absolute belt to ass to the Pittsburgh Steelers, whose quarterback happens to be Aaron Rodgers. My concern with this wide receiver room is you don't have a solidified number one guy. That can be good, that can be bad. My big thing is you always want that big playmaker, and if Tucker Kraft can turn into that big playmaker, this team is only looking up. At number 9, we have the Buffalo Bills. We're going to see a lot of teams move down this week that were either on bye week. I don't like to discredit teams that were on bye. There were just so many blowouts this week. You're going to see teams on bye get moved down. I guess the Bills weren't on bye. I forgot they were technically on bye. They had 2 bye weeks in a row. They played the Panthers. You're going to see a lot of teams on bye get moved down. You're going to see a lot of teams that blew people out get moved down. And at number 9 is one of those examples. Last week, they were number 6. I think the Buffalo Bills are solid. I don't think they're solid enough to go out there and get it done in the playoffs. The defense, to me, is still fraudulent. They play really good when they're really hot, but when they are cold, can Josh Allen continue through the rest of this year to keep putting this team on his back and taking them to the promised land? You see, when Josh Allen can't get the job done, which I'm not discrediting Josh Allen at all, he is this Buffalo Bills team. Shout out James Cook, by the way, absolute dog. Not discrediting him, though. The wide receiver room is absolutely trash. Keon Coleman hasn't come into full circle what we thought he was going to yet. When Shakir is your number 1 wide receiver, ladies and gentlemen, something is wrong. That is not a good look. I expect this team to make a trade at the trade deadline, but as of right now, they cannot sustain this level of success off the back of Josh Allen all year long. At number 8, we have the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix and them went out there. Yes, they moved down from 7 to 8 after a dominant win. It was the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. I am still stuck on this Denver offense doesn't look great. And you can say whatever you want. Oh, they played a real NFL team. They played an NFL team. You could put me as cornerback on the Dallas the Dallas Cowboys. I'm covering better than some of those guys out there, people. I'm talking, there were dudes looking in the backfield, not looking at the quarterback, getting the ball thrown over their head, just gaps getting created. This defense, bottom of the line, bottom of the barrel, absolutely terrible. Get me out there, ladies and gentlemen. I will put on for the Dallas Cowboys on defense. Put me in at safety, and I'm rolling down. The Denver Broncos have an absolute Super Bowl caliber defense, and it is getting wasted. It's going to get wasted by a terrible, in my opinion, offense. Now, if they can turn it around and Bo Nix can get consistent and the offense can get flowing. By the way, massive loss this week. Patrick Surtain going to miss a little bit of time. I'm not sure. I forgot what the injury was. He might miss the rest of the year. I think it's just a few weeks. I don't want to say it's the rest of the year. Surtain potentially out a few weeks. Massive blow to the defense. But when I say you could probably put any cornerback out there in this D-line, absolutely ridiculous. Shout out John Franklin, Myers. I always want to add extra stuff to it. Anyways, the defense. absolutely ridiculous. The D-line, absolutely ridiculous. The Denver Broncos, number 8. We're number 7. They're lucky to be in my top 10 still. At number 7, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were 5 last week. I get they blew out the New Orleans Saints. Do we need to have this conversation, ladies and gentlemen? It was the New Orleans Saints. I wasn't going to give them a lot of credit. They barely moved down. They moved down 2 spots. I still love the Baker, the Bake Show, the big Baker Mayfield. I love this man as a quarterback. I love this man as a person. I love this man as a player. God forbid a white boy have some motion. You know what I'm talking about? Number 7, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The defense looks solid. The defense can make plays. The offense is getting a little concerning to me. They're hitting a little bit of a cold streak. They just lost Mike Evans for the year. Egbuka's a rookie. It's going to happen to him. He's going to have his slow games. The other guys got to step it up. I do like how the run game stepped up. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 7. Coming in at number 6, the Kansas City Chiefs. Can they go back to back to back to back? Has there ever been a team go to back to back to back to back Super Bowls? I'm not saying they won back to back to back. I'm saying have they ever went to back to back to back to back Super Bowls? That's what looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are getting ready to do, ladies and gentlemen. Last year they were battling a lot of injuries going into playoffs. Now they're starting to get healthy. Going into the month of November, going into the month of December, going into playoff time. If they can stay healthy, which they did just lose Pachenko for a few weeks. Losing Pachenko is not a big thing to me. I think Kareem Hunt can step nicely into that role. I think you can go sign someone, you can go trade for someone that is going to fit nicely into that role. And when you got guys like Patrick Mahomes who can connect with the tight end, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, this rookie, this veteran, that veteran. No matter who you put on the field, Patrick Mahomes seems to have chemistry with them. This is a well-oiled machine. And going into these later months, those are the teams that thrive and start absolutely cooking going into playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, potentially MVP, potential MVP season coming to fruition right now. At number 5, the New England Patriots. Dear Lord, this team is so fun to watch. It is fun to see the New England Patriots finally be good again. And Drake May, ladies and gentlemen, can we get a round of applause? This man is an absolute dog. And I'm going to say it again every week, the more they move up, even if they move down. Spent time with Josh Allen in the offseason, and you can tell the way this man passes the ball, the way this man runs the ball, this man's situational awareness has taken a leap from his freshman year. I think potentially the best sophomore quarterback we are watching so far. And our biggest concerns going into the year was the wide receiver core. He's connecting with all these guys. He's connecting to Diggs. He's connecting to booty, rocking. My bad. I'm sorry. It's just getting a little hot in here. He's connecting with all the wide receiver core. The run game's starting to go. They're getting Trey Hendrickson. They're getting Henderson going. The team is thriving. They did just trade safety Kyle Duggar. They've been trying to get him off the team forever. Not a massive loss to me. The way the defense is absolutely hooping, and behind a guy, a head coach that everyone thought, is he going to be a good head coach in the league? Mike Vrabel has taken this young team and made it do a complete 180. This is the guy they needed. They made the big splash for the coach, and it is looking immaculate for them. At number 4, the Detroit Lions. They did move down from 3. They were on a bye week. I get it. The Lions are good, kind of. We're not going to talk about how Jared Goff, if the run game isn't going, isn't insane. Jahmyr Gibbs is an absolute monster. And it's week in, week out. I'm like, is Jahmyr Gibbs better? Is Bijan better? That's a good... Either of those guys getting compared to the other is absolutely ridiculous because I think they're 1A, 1B in the NFL right now. Oh, my bad. I think they're 2A, 2B because Jonathan Taylor, absolutely unrivaled. Could be 3A, 3B. Christian McCaffrey's a dog too. That team's just battered, beat up out of our top 10. We're not going to talk about him. And what that does for Amon-Ra St. Brown, this man is just open. I think you can watch any play and you're like, dear Lord, Amon-Ra St. Brown has a 10-yard gap on this cornerback, on this linebacker. Anyone you put on him, his route running is phenomenal. The way he can create space is phenomenal. His off the line of scrimmage is phenomenal. Just an insane wide receiver, just like his parents bred him to be. That's a story for another time. we'll talk about that on a different podcast. Jared Goff, when he needs to go out there and make the plays, he can make the plays, but can he make the big plays down the line in playoffs? And can this defense stay healthy? Already battered, already beat up. It's not even November yet, so we'll see what happens. At number 3, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what was worrisome? Oh, they couldn't pass the ball. They can't pass the ball. Oh, they can't get Saquon going. Saquon just turned into an absolute monster. Yes, he did get hurt. My fantasy team started crying a little bit. He said he will be good to go after the bye week. Round of applause. You got Saquon going. You got the pass game going. The Philadelphia Eagles, again, just like last year, week 1 and 2 looked dominant. Week 3, 4, 5, we were like, are we worried about the Philadelphia Eagles? And then they went on an absolute win streak all the way to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. There are teams that they got to get out there. They got to mesh with their new coordinators. They got to see live football. And by the way, if AJ Brown keeps tweeting cryptically, someone in that locker room needs to beat his ass. Someone in the Eagles locker room needs to beat his ass. Not going to happen. Massive dude. Would probably take Lane Johnson and a few other guys. Just get him off the team. Trade him. I feel like you could get such a great package for A.J. Brown, and I get it. Such a playmaker. It would suck to lose a guy like that, but would it suck more to get cryptically tweeted all year until the guy just doesn't want to play for you anymore and he just gives up on you? Now, is that something A.J. Brown would do? I don't know. He looks like a winner. He plays like a winner. He makes the big winning plays. Really weird spot they're in right now. Keep him, trade him, whatever you want to do. Philadelphia Eagles, number 3. At number 2, my Seattle Seahawks, moving down from number 1 because our number 1 team is absolutely ridiculous, I think, on every side of the ball. My problem with the Seattle Seahawks is right now, we suck so much on third down, it makes me sick to my stomach. We suck on third down. We can get the fourth down conversions all day. We suck on third down. Our defense, absolutely phenomenal. I love how we're flying to the ball. I love how we're getting turnovers. I love how we went out there and put belt to ass on the Texans, who are supposedly the number 1 defense in the league. But we were on a bye week this week. Can't hold it against them too much. Anyways, Sam Darnold got to get out there and get the third downs going. This team has so much potential to keep being the number 1 team. But our number 1 team, ladies and gentlemen, before we reveal the number 1 team, what I need you to do is hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and lock the freak in, because our number 1 team, I don't know when the last time this was the number 1 team on any list ever, the Indianapolis Colts, behind Big Danny Dobbs, Big Danny Dollars, and the best running back and best O-line in the NFL currently, and the defense is playing so great. You love to see it. The team is playing so great in general that Danny Dimes doesn't have to go out there and score the ball. He just has to keep from turning it over, because they're going to find a way to get in the end zone, or they're going to find a way to get points on the board. Jonathan Taylor is an absolute menace. Is he going to, can he break the, what are the, someone down in the comments tell me what he's going to have to average to break the rushing record and the rushing touchdown record, because he's on pace for something phenomenal right now. And in a league where no quarterback is really playing amazing right now, could we see Jonathan Taylor slip his way in to the MVP conversation? Ladies and gentlemen, that is our power scale going into week 9. What I need you to do is comment your top 10 teams. Comment who has the worst jersey in the league. Like and subscribe.